Solar and Roofs.
Now we are back in Indianapolis for the men's Big Ten tournament. It's quarterfinal day here at the Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Two teams, Michigan State and Wisconsin, they've already punched their tickets into the semifinals. But Illinois, they are up next in Game 3. Fresh off a monster win against Iowa, a really impressive offensive performance for them. But they gear up for an even tougher foe in the number 2 seed in the tournament and the 11th ranked team in the entire country in the Maryland Terrapins. Now Illinois, they already played Maryland earlier this season in January, at the end of January, and it was amidst a rough stretch for both health and performance, with the Illini missing Ivicic in their regular season matchup and struggled to contain the dynamic duo of bigs and Julian Reese and Derek Queen. The two combining for 52 points and 23 rebounds that game, and a part of a stretch of 3 out of 4 losses for the Illini. Now the matchup just did not go their way, primarily in the second half. Illinois outscored by 18 in the second and would go just 2 for 11 from deep. Illinois, they were sloppy in that game as well. 16 turnovers, 10 of which were steals for the Terrapins, turning into 27 points off of turnovers and another 62 points in the paint. Now, Illinois, they are healthier this time and on a 4-game win streak after the win last night against Iowa. And they've got guys stepping up. Trey White, Kylan Boswell, both averaging over 15 points a game in their last 5 games. They'll need those two to shine, as well as their bigs, to contain both Queen and Reese. I'll have you covered for this game throughout the night, so make sure to stay tuned. But for now, that does it for me here in Indy. I send it back to you guys in the studio.
Sports Desk, sponsored by Route 66 Solar and Roofs.
Sammy St. Jean back in Indianapolis for the men's Big Ten basketball tournament. The quarterfinals are tonight. Illinois, they're in the 3rd game of the day here in Indy off a fresh, impressive win against Iowa last night. A stellar offensive performance for them, but they're going up against the 2nd seed in the entire tournament, the 11th ranked team in the entire country in Maryland tonight. Now Illinois tonight on a 4-game win streak coming into this game, but Maryland, they beat Illinois by 21 back in January, so tonight was going to be a different kind of task than the ones they've faced over the past 4 games. Kylan Boswell and Trey White both figuring to be key factors tonight, averaging over 15 a game in their last 5, and they have Ivicic and Merez back tonight, something they couldn't say for that last meeting in January, but all of that hasn't mattered so much so far, as we're nearing halftime here in Indy, and it's been a rough start for the Illini. The tone was set by Derek Queen. A double offensive rebound into a putback started things. He's already near a double-double, and Rodney Rice has taken over since, starting the game 5 for 6 from deep with 18 points total. The other issue for Illinois being offensive rebounds, 6 allowed in the first 10 to 12 minutes of the game, and the Illini that we have seen over the past 4 games not quite showing up. Part of that due to Ivicic being in foul trouble, 3 in the first 12 minutes of the game. So this game obviously not going Illinois' way so far, but Yakuchonis, he's got 10. Boswell, another 8 points for the Illini so far in this contest. I'll keep you updated throughout the rest of the first half and the second half, of course, and you can check back in later tonight for a post-game update with highlights and sound. But for me here in Indianapolis, that does it for sports. I'm Sammy St. Jean. We bring you sports once again from Indianapolis in the Gainbridge Fieldhouse for the Big Ten men's basketball tournament. Now today was quarterfinal day. Illinois entering this one off an impressive win against Iowa. Really strong offensive performance, not their best defensive performance. And today they had to match up with Maryland, the number 2 team in the tournament and the number 11 team in the entire country. And Maryland, they gave Illinois nightmares in the regular season. And tonight it would be more of the same from the Terps. Maryland would start the game red hot and would also set the tempo on the offensive glass. Illinois allowed 9 offensive boards, including 4 to Derek Queen. He'd have a double-double, but the real problem was Rodney Rice. 5 3-balls from him in the first half, 26 points on the night. Illinois, they would get some life and a double-double from Yakuchonis, who struggled against Iowa. Boswell would show some flashes, but turnovers, 17 of them, would be killer for Illinois as their Big Ten tournament campaign comes to an end. Their 2nd loss to the Terps this year. Final score in this one, 88-65. Now after the game, Tomislav Ivicic talked about what they can take from this loss and learn from their experience in this one-and-done tournament as they enter the big dance.
It's like a cold shower where you just lost opportunity to win another trophy, and we know that next time this happens, season's over, and we just gotta learn from that. Gotta go into the game ready, like you're in or you're out. Like that.
This Illinois game tonight brought back memories of about a month and a half ago, when Illinois just couldn't find any consistent rhythm. For Ben Hummerkaus, tonight was disappointing and not the kind of performance he'd want or expect should they meet a team like Maryland again.
Yeah, I would say that maybe that definitely not the team that we've shown up to be more recently, and yeah, it's frustrating. That I would say maybe a mix of both. I think that's a team that I mean, that's not how that should look. We didn't show up to play ready today, and I think that looks different to play against.
From Illinois to high school we go, as we had 2 third-place games at the State Farm Center for the boys basketball state tournament. Glenwood was in action in Class 3A, squaring off against St. Patrick. The Titans, they started the game well, but the Shamrocks, they would take off in the second half, and Glenwood, they would finish 4th overall in Class 3A. St. Anthony in Class 1A was once again the first game of the day, matching up against Peoria Christian. It would be another tough one for our local teams, as Peoria Christian, they come away with a win 61-51. Now the high school basketball postseason and our winter sports are all wrapped up, but our eyes turn to the Illini, both the men and women's team, as they await their next destination on Selection Sunday. But that does it for me and sports here in Indianapolis. I'm Sammy St. Jean.
Thank you for watching, and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Be sure to watch more videos from News Channel 20.